tabled, that was the Hutchison-Thune amendment, was the amendment that would assure the American people that there would not be 4 years of tax collections before any kind of program would be put forward under the Health Care Reform Act. I thought it was very important that I and Senator Thune be able to close on our motion, because it is, I think, a concept that we have always had in the United States Congress, that a program starts when it starts. And that means if taxes are included, that taxes would start when the program starts. That is not the case in the underlying bill. The underlying health care reform bill has 4 years of taxes. There will be taxes on insurance companies that will surely raise the premiums of every insurance policy in America. Taxes on prescription drug companies, so prescription drug prices will surely go up. Taxes on health equipment companies, the companies that make healthcare equipment, will also go up. How much? How much are we talking about? We're talking about $100 billion in taxes that will start in 3 weeks, that will start in January of 2010. So we're looking at taxes that are going to start in 3 weeks, next month, that will accumulate up to $73 billion before any bill is implemented that will give anyone a choice of a new health care option. So, Madam President, that is the amendment that was tabled just 10 minutes ago, and I want to make sure that everyone knows that this, I never had a chance to close on the amendment. Senator Thune didn't have a chance to close on the amendment because it was a motion made that could not be objected to. That's not the way that things have operated here in the past, and I think that it is time that we bring back the traditions of the Senate, where we have timetables that we agree to, everyone has their say, and then we go forward. And so I'm very concerned about that process. I hope it is not setting a precedent, because I think we can resurrect health care reform if we have a bipartisan health care effort, if we have an effort that will bring down the cost, that will increase the employment pools so that an employer will be able to afford to offer employees health care coverage, bring down the costs of health care with medical malpractice reform that would save $100 billion in the system. We can do things without a government takeover of health care. But the bill that is before us has $500 billion in Medicare cuts, $500 billion, and $500 billion in new taxes. Taxes on businesses that offer not enough coverage, businesses that offer too much coverage. A 40% excise tax on policies that give what's called Cadillac coverage, the high coverage levels. So if you have a really good insurance policy, you have a 40% premium on that, on top of the premium that you pay, and if you have too little coverage, you also get taxed. So you're whipsawed in this bill. I think the small business people of this country know what this bill is about, because that's the comment that we're getting. That's the people who are calling into our offices. It's the people that I'm seeing on the airplanes as I go back and forth to try to make sure that we are covering the bases on this bill and trying to let the American people know what is in it. So, Madam President, I'm concerned about the precedent that was set, but more than that, I am concerned that the American people must know that if this bill passes as it is on the floor today, the taxes will take effect in 3 weeks, that insurance premiums will surely go up, prescription drugs will surely go up, medical equipment will surely go up, and there will be no program for people to choose to take for 4 years. It's like buying a house and having the mortgage company hand you the keys and say, come back in 4 years and we'll let you unlock the door. Mr. President, I don't think that's transparency, and it is certainly not health care reform. And I hope there is still a chance that we can bring this body to a bipartisan effort that will allow lower premiums, more health care options for the people of this country, but most important, that would keep the quality of health care, the choices that we have in health care that Americans have come to expect, and not start going on the road to a single-payer system. Because in the end, that is what the bill before us will lead to. It will be a single-payer system. It will take the choices out. It will take the quality out. It will add taxes and burdens on our small businesses at a time when they need to be able to hire people. To get our economy going and to get that joblessness rate down, we need to employ people. We need to encourage our employers to employ people. They cannot do it if we put more taxes and burdens on them, which is what the bill before us does. So, Mr. President, I thank the Majority Leader for allowing me to speak, since I did not have a chance to speak before my amendment was tabled. But I hope the American people are listening, because we have a chance to do this right, but the bill on the floor today is not that bill. Thank you, Mr. President, and I yield the floor.
Mr. President.
Senator from Illinois is recognized.
Mr. President, I thank the Senator from Texas.